You were told to be quiet. You were told to shrink. You were told that love meant pain. Here you are. Here you rise. Welcome to Powerful Woman Rising from Narcissistic Abuse. The show where we break the chains of narcissistic abuse, reclaim our power, and step into the unstoppable force we were always meant to be. I'm Azadeh, best-selling author, narcissistic abuse educator, and coach to high achievers. Together, we'll uncover the truth, rewrite our stories, and ignite the power within. It's time to rise. It's time to heal, and it's time to take your life back. Hey, you guys, welcome to another episode of Powerful Woman Rising from Narcissistic Abuse. And I do want to say the disclaimer, it doesn't have to be narcissistic, toxic, difficult, bullying, challenging relationships that are always trying to break us down. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that's kind of scary for me, actually, and painful and embarrassing because it took so long for me to start catching on to my own patterns and how vital and important it is to really get the lesson and intentionally practice the recovery from the patterns so that, honestly, so that I don't have to face myself again and apologize to myself again and forgive myself again and be re-traumatized again because I have to choose me. I have to choose me. And so today's topic is about fake friends, frenemies, and girlfriend breakups. And I took some notes here. I'm going to try and wrap it all together today for you. And I think, you guys, I think like, I honestly believe, although I've been married 17 years, almost 17 years we've been together. So I've had a few heartbreaks prior. However, I think girlfriend relationships are much more painful because it's supposed to be a sisterhood. It's supposed to be a connection. It's supposed to be like a tribe. And it's not. And it's rare to even find that, very rare. And so I want to first identify what is a fake friend. And some of the list that I wrote is my own experience, in my own experience. So fake friends, how do you know? How do you identify? How do you know when they're hiding it, when they're not showing it, when they're showing up kind and sweet and fun? How do you know? Well, the first sign is they're sweet to you until they don't need you anymore. They don't need you anymore. You have given them what they wanted and now they're done. So ghost, gone, goodbye, withhold. And it's like you feel that emotion and go, what happened? They're gone because they don't need you anymore. Second one, they talk about loyalty, but they disappear when you need them. So to it comes back to their words don't match their actions. Their words don't match their actions. And I think you're going to want to rationalize it, justify it, want to make it like, oh, and make up excuses for them, like, oh, they're just this, or they're just that, or they're having a bad day, or they were scared, or okay, maybe, but someone that really cares is going to come back and have that discussion with you. Someone's going to come back and say, I was not in a good place, or something's going on with me, or anything that um that shows reciprocity, an effort towards reciprocity, an effort towards wanting to make it right. The third one is they gossip about others. They talk about others all the time. And if they're going to talk about others, they're going to you, they're going to talk about you to others. That's a hard one. That is a really hard one because sometimes it feels like they're talking about others to you to warn you or protect you, or they're talking about others to you because they want solution, they want answers. And it's none of that. It's none of that. It's actually the purpose of it is to divide and conquer. That it's divide and conquer. They are talking badly about somebody because they want to divide and conquer and be the one in control. They want the power. They want the one, the go-to. And that's a sign. But sometimes, and it's going to take a while for you to recognize that where their true intention and motive is, and that's why you got to give it time. You got to use your intuition. You got to ask the right questions. You got to listen to what they're really trying to do and say. And here's one that's so um I'm okay, so this happened to me about 3 years ago. And wow, I just reflecting back on it, it's really something. Somebody came into my work as a client, and as I set boundaries, they really didn't like it. They really didn't like the boundaries so much that they felt the need to smear and discard. And they they smeared and discarded as they imitated my work. Is that wild? They imitated my work. And to this day, I'm shocked. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. If you're called, if you're anointed, if this is your path, you are not going to be, people can't mimic you or imitate you and outgrow you. It has to be authentic. It has to be your calling. It has to be, it can't be a copy and paste. People will feel it. God knows it. It's just not going to work. So now those are some signs. And so what do you do? You, how do you know that this is a friendship to work on? How do you know that this is a deal breaker? How do you know that you need to move on? How do you know all these things? How do you know what's next? And I want to tell you, take your time, but hurry. And what I mean by that is you got to know who is for you, who's against you, and you also got to recognize the energy that it holds when you don't decide. Because being attached to them when really your value system is saying you have to let this person go, holding on to the hope, the false hope that they're going to come around and want to work on it and they don't, is it sucks your energy. It it uh it 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 keeps you bound to them holding on to your power. So if somebody does something or says something that's within your value system that is a deal breaker, you got to do the hard work and break it off. You have to. Sometimes with a communication and sometimes not. Listen, you got to choose yourself. This is not about, if it was about making the relationship work, then it would be a different conversation, but it's not. It's about You got to recognize what's a deal breaker. And I had to do this myself just last night. And that's why I'm doing this video. Somebody behaved in a way that was a deal breaker for me. It hurt because I thought we would be friends forever. I thought it was somebody that was going to stay with me, someone that was going to be like a sister to me, and they're not. And I, you know, I have to look at who gets access to me. I have to look at who deserves access to me. I have to look at my own energy and my work and my life and my loved ones. So if someone is sucking energy from me and it is not, and it's me that needs to cut it off, I got to be clear of that. So I want to ask you this. Would you be friends with that person today if you had to go back knowing what you know about them today? If the answer is no, then they don't belong in your life. They don't. They don't belong in your life. If you don't have respect for them, they don't belong in your life. And it's going to be painful as you stay because it's going constantly against your value system. The other thing is I want to talk about is so much love bombing going on social media, in tribes, in connections, and it's all a tactic to pull you in. If someone is too much in the beginning, it's because they're too much. Listening to your quiet intuition, listening to your gut is going to take everything. And it's going to be from creating space. It's going to be shutting it down, closing it down, and listening. But I'm telling you, it's worth it because you get discernment. And discernment is a gift from God. He will show you, and He will show you the way out. But you got to get quiet and you got to listen and you got to discern and be guided. So fake friends and frenemies, the other ones are here's another example of frenemies. And I'm jumping around a little bit, but because I've had so many, honestly. Um, Another sign of a frenemy is someone that will not support you unless you stay lower than them. Like you have to need them for them to support you. There's no equality. There's no reciprocity. They will discard and smear you unless you give in to their power. And sometimes, if you're not conscious, that emotional withhold that they're doing, the emotional pull that they're doing is going to create pain for you. And that pain is meant for you to go back and shrink for their validation, likes, admirations. But holding your ground will build the resilience and will build the strength that you need to um to rise, to rise. And I want to also say it's not selfish to choose you. It's not selfish to honor you. And it's okay to be alone because being alone is actually a beautiful thing. I actually crave it. I actually want it more and more as time goes on because I enjoy the relationship with myself and I enjoy the relationship with God. So to reclaim your power and take your power back is a lot about um today is about deal breakers and recognizing them and ending them because No one, they're not going to do it. You got to do it. And you've got to see the worth in you to do it because I'm telling you, the energy goes through the roof. It literally skyrockets. And you are so worth having that energy be towards you, your dreams, your relationships, and your loves. Because when you leak out and keep holding on to people that don't deserve you, it takes away from you. And you may not even see it because you've been in this pattern for so long, it may feel normal. And that's what sucks is if you have high trauma, a lot of relational trauma, it's going to feel normal. It's going to feel like it's something you should do and stay. But when you pull yourself out of the matrix, you can see this was not a sister. This was not a friend. Maybe they were at one time, they're not anymore. And you got to be willing to cut your losses and move on and put the focus on relationships that you love. So, reclaiming your power is cutting them off. It, it is. It's cutting them off. You can forgive them, doesn't mean you trust them. It doesn't mean you trust them. So, I want you to reclaim your power. And also, you guys, my group coaching started. It's so cheap. It's $99 a month. We meet twice a month. And I want you guys to come because this is authentic women that rise and do good things for each other and support each other. And we really learn in conversations, in decisions, in places, and how we are going to um, rise to our truth, to our power, and not be affected by others and not be affected by how they see and view us and what they say about us and how we can rebuild our mission, our business, and do it in a way of integrity and in a way of fellowship. So, join my group coaching. I'm going to keep this open. Join my group coaching, and the link is in the show notes. And if you do want to work one-on-one with me, and this is the highest level to work with me, you can. I will, but then the link is in the bio, but I'm only taking a few people, and it's very the highest level to work with me. Literally, I carry you and help you through circumstances and emotions. So um, if this is for you and if you're serious, apply. Okay. Other than that, I hope this helped. And I hope that you take your power back from all girlfriend relationships. Okay. Till next one. Bye.